I was watching Justin Rhodes yesterday, and he's got some chicks, and of course he had to run down to his local backyard stream, get them some grit, and bring it to them. Now he's bringing them fine sand. Well, I don't have your backyard stream when I live in an apartment, but I got a driveway and it had some, gravel in it. So I went out and tried to get as fine as I could get. So, yeah, I'm doing the best I can, but I got them some grit. So I rinsed them really good, rinse and rinse and rinse, and then I even put them in some apple cider vinegar just to maybe purify me more in case any stuff was on them, and rinse again. Okay, why the grit? What's the purpose? Grit is good for a chicken's gizzard, okay, which is a muscle found in the digestive tract of a chicken. If you've ever seen chickens pecking away at the ground, they are in fact swallowing tiny bits of grit and gravel, which travels through the chicken's digestive tract and eventually lodges in the gizzard. And this helps them digest their food. Now, out of them, I did pick the bigger ones out. I don't know, I think they're too big for the babies. Now, I'm hoping those will be small enough for them, or some of them will, but anything that I thought looked kind of big, I took out. I don't know, these might be too big, but I just want them to get some grit. I'm just going to pick through this still and look for any big pieces I think are maybe too big, and I'll give it to them and see what happens. And I wanted to talk about their food. Okay, most of the farmers that I'm watching, they're dealing with 50, 75, 100, 150, 200 chicks at a time. I got 5 chicks, and I got to try and regulate food. Well, come on, folks. I mean, they're telling me how much you should feed, 50, 100. Okay, I got 5. I have no idea. Plus, again, first time I've ever farmed. Remember me, never even touched a chick before. So here we go. So I've cut the food back. It's like day 7 was yesterday. I had to cut the food back, but I didn't know what to cut it to. So this morning I got up and I thought, all right, they're getting a tablespoon of food each. Well, they ate that. And I thought, okay, but they quieted down. So I thought, all right, they've had enough. So at lunchtime they were getting a little antsy because I fed them around 7:30 in the morning. Lunchtime, they get a little antsy again, so I went out and got them lots of grass because they love the grass. And I gave them another tablespoon. Now remember, I am putting a little water in it, okay? Not a lot, but just to make it like wet, just a little bit wet. So I gave them another tablespoon each. Well, kind of cheated because I got the little dish for the utility. He's got a little dish of his own. Not that he can't get to the feeder, he can, but it's because he's ailing a bit, and they're so pushy and crazy when they're eating, so just to keep him off to himself. So he gets a tablespoon, and they all get a tablespoon. Well, they ate their lunch, quieted down. Well, as you see, now I'm feeding them supper. And again, they've all got a tablespoon, so that's 3 tablespoons of food that they got each. Now, the supper, you can see, they're not finished it. Now, I'm not going to give them any more tonight, and I'm going to see if anything's left in the morning. I don't know, maybe 3 tablespoons each is too much, I don't know. I'll figure it out, because I want to figure it out, because if people are going to do this in an apartment and just have a few chickens, we got to figure out how much to feed them. And remember, these are Cornish cross or meat birds, so you don't want to overfeed them. It's not good to overfeed them. So feeding is pretty important for these birds. So I'll get it figured out. I'm doing the best I can do. And, I've looked online. I tried to, get some information. And, well, we're just going to do it like this. We're working on tablespoons. I mean, I think they've had enough today. They look happy. So we're just going to, keep regulating their food. And I'll get it figured out. And I'll let you know. And, all will be good. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so, let's carry on here and keep looking at him and see what we see now. Here's the little one that's not doing real good, right over here. There. He's the one that's not doing too good. But I make sure he gets his own bowl. And then the other ones come in on him, and I move them out. Come on. Hey, come on. There you go. There you go. They don't need to push him out. That's all I'm doing to helping him. But he does come out on his own to eat. But, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, folks. We'll see what happens with him. He's holding his own. And that dish, I've got pushed right up against the wall. I've got it pinned between the heater brooder and the wall. That way they can't push it around. And that way I know he's getting fed. But they've got grass in there right now with their seeds, so they're really excited because they really, really love the grass. So I put the wet seed in now and they're eating it because I'm giving them no dry, so they basically have no... Come on. Hey. 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 Alright, fella. So they've got no wet or dry food, so they've got no choice but to eat the wet because they're hungry enough. And what I've decided to do is I'm giving them a tablespoon each at a time until I figure out how much they're going to eat. Now they had a tablespoon each for breakfast, one for lunch, and now this is supper. And lunch and supper one, they got a supplement of the grass to go with it. So we'll see how this works out. I also, right there in that little bowl, this little bowl right there, that's some grit that I showed you earlier. I went out and got it, and that's the grit there. So, because they're, I don't know, I just figure they need some grit. So, I don't know, I think it's tiny enough. I took anything I thought was too big out of there for them. So, we'll see, how it goes. But, now they clean. I tried to shut that dish, but I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it shut the way they try to climb in the thing, and no. So it's just better I leave it open, prop it up against the thing, and they eat everything out of it. And I got one guy trying to fly out of the brooder, as you just saw. Thought he'd take his chances, eh? Didn't make it. Nice try though, buddy. Nice try. Gotta give it to you. You're an adventurer. But little utility is still eating and drinking, and he's just got a little bit of a wobble to him. Come on, hey. Now what are we all going to crowd over here for? Look, you got lots of food over there. Go on, get over there. What are you going to crowd him for? It's like he's got something you guys ain't got? No, he don't. What is going on over here? It's like, what's he got that we ain't got? Nothing. He's got the same thing you all got. He's got his basic little pablum, because it's got water in it, and just a little bit of water to take the dryness out of it. That's all I did. It's not soaking wet or anything, but, So, this little feller, he's, oh, look at that, Kate. It's open. Could I make it? Could I make it? No, he already tried. He didn't make it. So that's just a quick little update here, but like I said, today, this is the third helping of food I've given them. It's now, it's 6 o'clock, and they've got a tablespoon each. That's their third tablespoon today, so, feller, hey, where you going? Yeah, you're going to fly with those big wings, are you? Now you got those big, big wings, and you got a tail for, kind of got the stub. The only one that's got the longest tail is the one that's not faring well here. The utility's got the longest tail of them all, which is so cute. Anyway, I did get another camera today. It's like a little GoPro, so I'm going to get that put together tonight, and hopefully I can get it in the cage or in the brooder tomorrow. And I'll set it right in there so you can see wild times right from eye level. Okay, and we'll see if that's going to work out. I'm hoping it does, but we'll see. Oh yeah, look. It's just like, they're so funny. So they think, he's got something I ain't got. No, he doesn't. He's got the same thing you got. Yeah. Silly birds. Silly, silly birds. But as you can see, they are getting a lot bigger. Yeah. Which is nice to see. They're coming along. Yeah, we've got some nice warm weather coming, which is good. Like 10, 12 degrees. which is like 20 Celsius, which is big time for us here. So, you know, I just wish it'd get really warm really fast so I can get these guys out in the grass. I want to get them outside. But we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you updated, and we'll just carry on. Okay, he's going to go to the grit. Let's see what he does. Is he going to eat it? What's he going to do? What's he doing with it? You going to eat that grit? No. Look at this. Look at this. All over that bowl with utility. Meanwhile, they've got all that there on the dish and lots of grass. Look at the grass they've got all over the floor there. The bottom of the brooder. But no, let's go over and terrorize utility. Oh, you guys are so funny. Yeah, you're so funny. Not. You just think somebody's getting in on something you ain't getting in on. You're funny fellers. Anyway, that's the update today. Thanks for joining us. If you like what you see, hit subscribe, touch that like, and ding that bell so you'll be back for more updates on the little chicks. From clucked to plucked is the adventure. Well, I guess they're happy they've eaten enough. Except, of course, a little utility. He's still a going there. Good for him. Good for him. These two on top seem to be the biggest. Yeah. Time to close her up, boys. Alrighty, relax. Everything's fine. Close her up so you're not getting out. No, you're not. No, you're not. There we go. So, there they are. All safe and secure. One up there, two over there, and two back here at the feeder. Okay, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.